Blessings to you for being here and giving me your attention through this video. How are you? How are you doing? What's happening in your life right now? Are you enjoying the roller coaster? Are you putting your hands up and just enjoying the ride, including all the lows and including all the highs? Or are you holding on for dear life, trying to control the roller coaster, even though you know you can't control it? Are you numbing yourself from the whole experience of this roller coaster of life because it's just too fucking much and it's overwhelming and you don't even know how you're surviving right now? Or do you feel like you've managed to unhook the actual safety thing and realize that you're safe even when you don't have the safety harness on, and that when the roller coaster goes and does a loop-the-loop, you can trust your ability to like loop with it and you're actually surfing the fucking roller coaster at this stage? How's life going? Like, describe it to me. The roller coaster of life. Or are you just, or maybe your roller coaster is in the repair shop, maybe it's in the mechanics, maybe the roller coaster is not working at the moment and it's being repaired. I don't know how the metaphor kind of works in there, but maybe you're in the hospital or there's some kind of physical thing that you're dealing with that's like, oh, the roller coaster of life has kind of been put on pause for a little minute. Maybe you've realized that the roller coaster has taken a bit of an off track and you're just kind of like this, whoa, 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 and you're like, fuck, my life is just the same fucking loop over and over and over again. It's like I'm bored of this pattern. And you're like, each time you go past like the controls on the roller coaster, you're like trying to lean out and like kick the fucking handle so that it switches the tracks and you go and do some other fucking corkscrew and it's something other than the same old pattern and the same old loop over and over. Maybe you were really enjoying this roller coaster ride. I'm going to really squeeze all the juice out of this roller coaster metaphor right now. Maybe you're enjoying the roller coaster ride and you look across and your friends that were all in the same car, they've all suddenly gone, kind of not interested in this roller coaster anymore, and they've like jumped out of the thing and they've gone on a completely different path and they're not even in the same theme park anymore, and you're like, where have all my people gone? And suddenly you find yourself on your own. Are you feeling lonely during this time? Are you feeling like you need more people around you? Are you feeling the sadness of how separate we are from each other? Or are you quite a reclusive person anyway, and you're like, this is just how I live my life actually. I wasn't really sort of mad social to begin with. Maybe you're missing some social events. Maybe social events are coming back right now for you and you're like, oh, thank fuck. Like, I need these events to have my people around me, to have a sense of who I am. Amazing. But if we're also changing friendship groups or changing workspaces or changing careers or changing where we live in the world because we're not maybe happy with whatever the reasons are, I think everybody's kind of moving through some kind of change at the moment. And sometimes the change is like the roller coaster, suddenly the track's broken and it just goes, whee! And and you're like, oh yeah, I remember, I've got no control over the roller coaster to a certain degree. Off we go on this other crazy adventure. Life just happens, life just unfolds, and you have to kind of go with it. Almost like cartoon style, you know, when they're at the front of the train or at the front of the roller coaster and they're like laying the tracks as the roller coaster goes along so it's got somewhere to go. Sometimes it can feel a little bit like that, life. We're like, if I don't just keep fucking doing this, we're just going to plummet into the ravine. I thought that was such a great part of those cartoons. Maybe we're just done with the roller coaster, you know? Maybe we just want some rest. I think a lot of people, myself included, I mean, I've moved into this beautiful little cabin over the last couple of months. And I've really just realized, like, wow, I much prefer to not be fucking busy the whole time, just fucking grafting. Like, I've done that my whole life. And I really, really love to just not do anything for a change. I mean, when I say not doing anything, what I'm doing in that nothingness is like resting, recovering, like detoxifying my body, just the blessing of time to do with which I please. And what has been pleasing me recently has been to chill the fuck out. And sometimes I feel really guilty for that. And I'm like, well, I'm feeling guilty for that. What a stupid thing to feel. Like, that's ridiculous. Why would I feel guilty for resting? It's like, well, part of me feels like I owe you guys videos. Part of me is like, oh, I need to keep my audience happy. And like, my audience probably aren't even thinking about me. I mean, maybe some of you are, and I appreciate it if you are, but like, I'm sure you guys know how to keep yourselves fucking happy, and you know how to do your life, and you don't need me in my videos. And I mean, I used to get a lot of messages from people saying, I watch your video when I eat breakfast in the morning, your videos, your vlogs, whatever your films, and it gives me a lot of inspiration for the day, and actually I aspire to have your lifestyle. And so I'm like, those are the comments and the feedback that I most appreciated. I was like, cool. Not everybody can be a YouTuber and a vlogger, and certainly I don't recommend that anybody just become a YouTuber. But what I did appreciate is like, oh, I'm inspiring you to like create a life for yourself. To get out there, grab a camera, grab a guitar, grab whatever you can and fucking make something. That's what I wanted to like get across in my videos. And I've met maybe hundreds of you in real life, face to face, that have said, you and your videos made me pick up a camera or go traveling, and then I met this person and then that, and their life just goes and just blossoms out. And I'm not saying that I was the main catalyst for that, but if someone's coming up and saying, you inspired me, that is something that I receive wholeheartedly, and I'm like, yes, thank you. Okay, fuck, I'm having some kind of good, positive impact on the world, and it's completely separate from the numbers, and it's completely in real life. It's not just online. It's not just in this digital dimension. And then I'm thinking, okay, so what do I want to inspire people to do now? Because I've been all over the place. I'm sure if you've been keeping up with any of my content, it's been like, oh, we're going over here and we're going to be talking about this. Maybe I still want to make some films. I don't know. I'm going to take some photos, release some prints. It's been fucking all over the place. You may have noticed, and trust me, I've noticed, because I'm along for the ride. I'm like, do I want to do this, or what am I going to create now, or do I still want to be a filmmaker? And then having guilt and weird guilty feelings of being like, fuck, I'm not that interested in film anymore. Why is that? Like, is there something wrong with me? And then old friends being like, you should really pick up a camera again and start making films again. You were really good at that. And I'm like, I wish I had the motivation to do that. But I actually don't wish I had the motivation to do that. I wish I didn't feel guilty about not knowing what I wanted to do right now in this time in my life. Can you resonate with that? Do you know what your purpose here is for being a human right now? Does your purpose go further than what you need to do by the end of this week or the end of the month? Do you have goals for your life, for this year, for what kind of life you want to create for yourself? These are all questions I've been asking myself for a couple of years now. And a lot of the time, the motivation for finding the answers has been like, okay, I don't want to let anybody down. I know what success looks like. I have to do every single thing that I create in this world has to hit like high success numbers. Otherwise I'll feel like a failure, and then there's no fucking point in even starting it. Fuck that shit. I've been playing my guitar I'm pretty average at it. I'm fucking terrible at it. And I've actually been singing as well. And I'm really bad at singing, but I've been really enjoying it. And it's been, I've not been doing it because I want to make money out of it. But what's weird is that as soon as I start writing a song that I like, I'm like, my mind goes into this, oh my God, okay, imagine I could make a career out of this. And it's like, stop. Hang on a fucking minute. Do you really want to take something that you're enjoying in this now moment and think only about how you can make money from it? No. I just want to enjoy playing my guitar. Like, I just feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself. Maybe it's something that, I don't know where that comes from, but I have noticed I put a lot of pressure on myself to like be the best version of me. And sometimes, in fact, over the last month or two especially, the best version of me has been sat on that sofa reading a good book after I've been for a swim in the ocean and a walk on the beach, and then I'll cook myself some veggies, and then I'll listen to maybe a podcast. I'll get on my iPad and I'll draw a mandala, and maybe I'll take the odd photo here and there, and then I'll pick up my book again and read, and then get an early night. I'll have deep, meaningful conversations with my partner, go for a walk on the beach with my partner. Life has been really, really chill and really simple, and I've been fucking loving it. But still there's a part of me that's like, fuck, I need to zhuzh this up and film it and put it on YouTube for people to see. No, I don't have to zhuzh my life up to film it, to put it on YouTube. This is what I want in my life, and I've realized that I don't have to zhuzh my life up to prove to other people on the internet that I'm winning, or whatever that fucking means, whatever success, however you define success. My definition of success is changing, and I feel like if your definition of success isn't evolving even slightly over time, then you got to ask the question, like, why so rigid? Now success for me looks like I actually want to make a family. I want to make children. I'm 35 years old now, and the depth of connection that I'm experiencing through my life at the moment is exponentially deepening, and nothing is more important to me than relationship and friendship and community and family and me and you, human to human. That connection, that's what's most important to me. Not proving myself to anybody, not like working my elbow to the grindstone, or whatever the saying is, shortening my life expectancy by increasing my stress levels to output unsustainable volumes of work. That doesn't interest me anymore. One day I want to build my own house like this cabin. This whole cabin is made out of repurposed materials. This isn't Airbnb, by the way. I'm going to let you guys know about it in a video in the future. I want to build a house like this with my fucking hands. I've never built a house before in my life. So that means I have to learn how to build a house. That means I have to talk to someone about how to, like an architect, and the fucking drawings and that whole journey of creating something that isn't just a YouTube video. And it's coming from a place of, I want to live in that house, and I want it to be a house of love. I want it to be an expression of myself. And when people come and visit me in my house, I want them to feel like it's my house, and that they get that feeling of the energy of walking in, and that it's a safe space for them to be, and it's a healing environment for them to be in. And that's my home base. That's my roots down into the ground on a piece of land that I own. These are my dreams now. And from there, as I've rooted down and created some stability and some consistency for myself, then I can start growing up. Can only grow up as high as you're rooting down, right? Trees that don't root down very far, they can grow up high, but they just fall over. So I want to put some roots down, which is not how I used to feel at all in the past. So I don't know if this is resonating with you, but maybe what might be resonating with you is like, oh, change, everything's changing. The way I feel about the world is changing. My worldview is changing. How much I trust myself is changing. How much I can forgive myself for all the mistakes I've made, that's changing, because I never used to be able to do that. I used to be very hard on myself, because I used to think that that's how I learnt my lessons, is come down hard on myself. It doesn't work. Forgiveness, compassion for myself. This is all different. And all of these different parts of me are sort of adding up to this different expression of who I am. So you may notice that this Ben that you're experiencing, or you're listening to right now and seeing the expression of the light that is me, this is different to who I was 6 months ago, a year ago, certainly 5 years ago. Different. And I am so okay with people not liking that. It's like, but I liked the old Ben. It's like, cool. Aren't you glad he made 1,000 videos of himself to commemorate that? Well, that Ben is dead now. And not because I wanted him dead. Not because he wasn't the perfect Ben for that chapter of my life. He was an incredible Ben. And I take all the best bits of him with me, according to me. Because I know me the best. So you might find as you go on this journey of changing and evolving and letting go of aspects of yourself and discovering new parts of yourself, you may well find that other people have a hard time accepting that change because they get attached to an idea of you, because you fit a role in their world. And the other thing is, as soon as we start looking inward and saying, actually, I've got some healing to do. I don't want to be depressed anymore. I don't want to be anxious all the time. I don't want to be scared of the world. I want to be present right here. I don't want to be stuck in my brain the whole time with my thoughts going at 1,000 miles an hour. I want to go and be right fucking here, where life happens. And a few people might be watching this going, what the fuck are you talking about? But there's a few of you that are watching this and you're like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And there's a few of you saying, that's ringing a lot of alarm bells for me. And there's a lot of, like, it's an invitation, maybe it feels like an invitation to be like, have I checked in with my mental health? Like, am I being honest with myself? And if you're not, that's fine. But do you want to continue living out of integrity with yourself? How can you expect other people to be honest towards you if you're not honest towards yourself? Having a deep and meaningful, honest conversation with someone about how we really feel right now, if we're fucking struggling, it's so important that we talk about it. So it's so important that you ignore the people who say, don't change, don't you do it, because they don't know you on the inside. They think they do, but what they might not see is that there's this pain that's being carried and you don't want to fucking carry it anymore. And it's time to put that shit down. But we don't actually put it down. We look at it. We take a long, hard look at it and we forgive it and we take it with us because we know it's part of us. It's part of our journey. We don't just like cut away big parts of our life experience. We look at it and we take the gold out of the darkness. That's what shadow work's all about. It's like shadow work is basically looking at the parts of yourself that you ain't so proud of, that you don't really want to talk about, that you're kind of embarrassed about maybe, or angry about. All of those things, the stuff that, if I mention like, what's your relationship with your father like? If something in you goes, huh? That's an indication. That's an indicator that there's some work to be done there. There's some healing to be done there. Because if every single time someone starts talking about their dad, their relationship with their dad, or their relationship with their mum, or anything that's a bit deeper, if you haven't looked at that part of yourself, it's going to be triggered the whole time. And no doubt life will bring situations into your experience to trigger you, to show you where there's healing to be done. Life is like, look at this part, feel that. You feel fucking triggered by that? Good. We just shone a light on where you need to do some work. If you're interested in doing the work, if you're interested in growing as a human being, if you're interested in healing, if you're interested in who you are underneath the story of what has happened to you, in time, if you heed the invitations for growth and for change, you literally become a better, lighter version of yourself. You may lose some friends along the way, but that sacrifice is nothing compared to pretending to be someone you're not, pretending that you're really happy when inside you're fucking carrying pain, pretending like everything's all right. Yeah, I'm good. And inside you're like, oof, I just want someone to talk to about this demon that's like eating away at me. Now, I don't want to get all depressive. I want this video to be energizing. I want you to know that there is hope. I want you to know that you can do this. I want you to know that life would not give you a single challenge if it didn't know that you could overcome it and grow from it and become a better person and show up for yourself, for your relationships, for your family and for your community and for the planet and for humanity as your fullest, most divine expression of love and of yourself. Like, fucking take some space up. Let's fucking go. Come on, get your voice online. This is what I've been doing a lot of. You might be able to tell. I'm like, let's fucking go. No longer am I scared about what you think or what other people think of what I want to communicate. Because I've gone in and I know that I am made of pure fucking love. And there are a bunch of shadows. There is a bunch of darkness. There are demons. But I know that I spend 99.9% of my time expressing myself from love, because I can feel it. I can feel it moving through me, and I can feel that it wants to be expressed outwardly. And I know that when I use my words, it doesn't matter what I say, somebody's going to be triggered by it. Good. I'm not going to not speak because I'm scared of what someone might think about it. This is a huge part of my healing journey. This is why I'm starting the podcast up again, by the way. I've done 2 episodes recently, solo podcasts, and I'm so happy with them. Go and check them out. I'll link them below. There's also my website if you feel like you want to support me on this journey, because it ain't fucking over, guys. Like, this journey is not over for me at all. How much of it I'm going to be sharing, I don't know. But recently, everything's fucking changed for me. And I'm really, really excited about it. I'm really excited about taking photos still. It's like, but not in the same way that I used to be. It's just different. It's just going to flow out of me. I'm not going to put so much pressure on myself to like post on Instagram every single day and post so that I get loads of likes and loads of engagement and loads of views or subscribers or anything like that. I'm just going to create from a place of authenticity because I love it when I want to, you know? And so I fucking thank you so much. Like, I'm so grateful for you watching this video and sticking with me. And I hope that you're still getting something from it. I just got this deep feeling that like there's so much more to come. And we're in a time right now, as you can probably as you probably noticed, and you're probably most likely participating in, there's not many people that aren't participating in this massive transformation that humanity is going through, that the planet is going through right now, where a lot of souls are coming online and they're starting to wake up and see the fuckery of the matrix system, see the fuckery of the, quite frankly, psychopathic leaders and lawmakers. All of that is collapsing down now, and there are I hate to say it because I don't want to divide, I don't want to participate in the division of anything, but it feels like there are two earths kind of splitting off. There are two timelines, and one of the timelines is going to be the scientific dogma of like, we are an accident, nature wants to kill us, we have to save ourselves from nature, the planet is a resource for us, and we just happen to be here. This is all one big accident. And there's a lot of generalities in that. And there's this other growing, or it's a growing sort of timeline of people. I know this is sort of the direction that I'm heading in, where it's like, oh, I want to be an organic organism on this planet. I've been really focusing on eating very, very cleanly. And I mean, I say very, very, it's probably more like very. I can still do better, but just having organic food, spring water, lots of sunlight, loads of time in nature, I'm a different human being and I fucking love it. And there are many, many people who are like, oh yeah, welcome to the fucking club. We eat organic food, we socialize in groups, we love each other, we don't judge each other, we're compassionate, we help heal each other, and we're all here without fear, enjoying this life as a part of, not separate from, planet Earth. This incredible spaceship that we are fucking hurtling through the space in, that sustains our life. All the fucking lovely oxygen, all the food that we get, all the sunlight, all the water, like everything that we need to sustain ourselves and to sustain life on this planet is provided for by us, and there is enough for everybody, so long as we like abide by some pretty fucking fundamental elemental rules of how to live in harmony and in symbiosis with our environment, instead of wanting to dominate and fuck it up the whole time and actually rape it and harvest it and pillage and take resources and monetize the fucking thing that's keeping us alive. So you can see why I'm heading a little bit more towards the organic and away from the synthetic. So this isn't, so don't, if you're watching this far into this video, you're probably not the sort of person to like polarize. But in case you come across someone who might be a polarizer, who says like, oh, if you're at all questioning then you must be an anti. It's like, well, oh, and you also must be anti-modern medicine and anti-science. And it's like, oh God, there's literally no point in even trying to have this conversation, because you're literally just a conduit for programming that has come through the hypnosis fucking system. And don't worry about those people. They're on their own path. It's not our job to pick and save people from the synthetic tyranny. Like, it's our job to live in our truth and take action and choose how we take action from that truth, that internal guidance system. And if you're like, oh, I don't know if I trust my internal guidance system yet, I don't know if I trust my intuition, that's fine. I've been there. It comes in waves and it comes and goes. But like right now, more than ever, I'm trusting myself. More than ever, I'm trusting nature. More than ever, I'm trusting this life and this beautiful intelligence of a body that I've been gifted with, that is not separate from the planet, which is in fact I'm a child of the planet. This body is a consequence of planet Earth. I am a child of planet Earth, and the consciousness that is having this conversation with you right now, that is interacting with the consciousness within you, that is noticing that you are listening to me, that you are here, that you're aware of yourself, that consciousness is what is bringing life to this physical body as well. So these are all things that seem really woo-woo and like mad concepts right now to a lot of people. Let it feel mad and let it be mad to a lot of people. That's totally fine. We're not trying to overly explain ourselves here. I've given up trying to overly explain myself. If people get it, they get it. If they don't, that's cool. Maybe they'll get it in the future. Maybe it's not part of their path at all to get it. Either way, I'm going to stay true to what's true for me. Well, glad I got that off my chest. Do you like my new jersey? My hoodie? It's pretty nice, isn't it? I'm going to be putting another video out where I'm kind of just catching up with bits and pieces of stuff that I've filmed of my life. And I think you're going to enjoy it. But really, I'm just taking all the pressure off myself to create shit. And if any of you guys are in the NFT game, please send me information about where I can learn more about NFTs. I've been doing a bit of research, but if there's anybody you recommend following, checking out, because I've got some mandalas and some digital art that I want to mint and put on OpenSea. I'm really excited about that. Maybe even, I kind of even want to put some Visual Vibes films up on, I don't know if you can do that. Anyway, it's exciting stuff on the horizon. I'm also diving into the crypto scene even more at the moment. It's very fucking exciting. But yeah, I do need your support though right now. Like, don't feel like, I don't want you to feel forced into supporting me. If this not resonating with you, that's super chilled. I'd rather you didn't watch it. Please go and watch something that resonates with you. But if this does resonate with you and you feel like supporting me, come and join the Patreon community. Even if it's just for a month, come and check it out. And maybe buy a print, stick it on the wall. Super high quality prints that I've got for sale. And I'm going to be posting more mandalas and little artistic creations that I've really been enjoying to make, and I want to share them with you. So that's the end of the video. Oh, I can't even see on the camera, it's so far away. How long is this? 36 minutes. Fuck, that's long. It's like a podcast almost. Also, the podcasts are going to be cracking off, so I've got mad guests lined up, and I'm going to be a guest on other people's podcasts. Basically, the universe is like podcast the whole time. And also, I'm just feeling so good about speaking into a microphone. Let's fucking go! So go and check out my podcast. It's called New Perceptions. It's linked in the description. And that's about it. I fucking love you. I fucking love you. Unconditionally. I love you for exactly who you are. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but keep going. You might be in the darkest point of your life right now, or going in and out of it. Keep fucking going. You are so strong. It is ridiculous. You have strength within you that you do not even know about yet, that will be revealed to you when you need it. Maybe that's right now. Maybe I'm here to remind you that that strength is right there waiting to be activated. And you can get up, and you can stand up, and you can crack on with your life. And maybe the bravest and strongest thing you can do right now is to say, I need a rest. I need a fucking rest. I need to speak to someone. I need to care for myself and love myself more. I need to eat better food and get more sleep and do some exercise. Or sometimes it's just like, I just need to be able to get out of bed in the morning. Can't even think about doing exercise for now. Whatever that win looks like for you, keep chipping away at those little wins. Just keep going. I promise you things are going to get so much better. And we fucking need you. We need you. Humanity needs you. Planet Earth needs you. Other people that you may not have even met need you. Your future children's children's children need you. You are the carrier of some incredibly, incredibly tenacious and strong and resilient genetics. You're the expression of them. Have faith in yourself and love yourself. Love this body. Be kind and soften and do things that allow the tension in your body to melt away if you can. Fucking yoga. Have a hot bath. Treat yourself to something that is relaxing. Turn fucking Twitter off. Turn off anything that is causing... Turn the news off, for Christ's sake. Please turn the news off. And encourage people to do the same as well. If you have parents who got the news on the TV in the background the whole time, just say like, Mum, Dad, or people I live with, do you mind if we don't have the news on the whole time? Because it makes me feel really anxious, and it just makes me feel... And if those people are cool, they'll be like, oh, yeah, of course, we'll turn the news off. Absolutely. Like, it actually also makes me feel like, I'm so glad you said that. If people are like, I don't get that at all, we're literally watching the news, it's really important that we stay up to date with all the current affairs and rah, rah, rah. Maybe think about removing yourself from that environment if you can. Yeah, it ain't easy, but nobody ever said it was going to be easy. But it is fucking worth it. It is worth it to keep going. This life is worth it. Promise you. I honor every single one of you. Please share this video with someone if you think it might help them, or it might give them a bit of fucking fire. Because right now is what we need is fire. Fire is the spirit. We need the spirit of who we are to come through. And the fire also burns shit. It transmutes it. It turns it from one thing into another. Fire is a powerful element. So that's the end of the video. Peace.